I am not a happy camper.
Alex.
Man, he gets on my fucking nerves. Alex is a little messed up.
I'm worried about him, and then at the same time, I don't even care.
What kind of fucking family dinner is this? Shit, guys!
This is your time to shine, you're gonna be just fine. It's your time, and look how far you come, open your eyes. This is your time tonight, it turned out alright, you don't have to fight tonight. Look how far you come, open your eyes. Look how far you come, open your eyes.
Well, you lead, Alex.
Previously on Chef School.
I had not reset my alarm. It's inexcusable. I'm sorry. Bullshit.
Mike and I already know that we don't work well together. There's a little bit of power struggle going on.
I tried to stop Joyce a few times, but then she wanted to use her chiffonade of shitty basil, which looked like fucking pubic hair.
Take the excuses about being late or not showing up on time. The only damage you're doing to yourself is yourself.
I don't know what is wrong with Alex.
I don't get that guy.
I don't know, he's always eating Danielle's food. He doesn't clean up after himself.
Doesn't really respect anyone else.
He's really inconsiderate with his music and the way he walks, and like it sounds like we're nitpicking, like the way he walks, like come on, that's not a big deal, but like to hear him, it's like an elephant. It's like an elephant.
I don't know why he's struggling. I thought that he would be doing a lot better, but he seems to be the one that's struggling.
Mike.
Fuck off. Mike, you pussy.
I don't consider myself a train wreck. No, I like to cause accidents.
Leave me alone. You pussy.
His attention span is about the size of a 2-year-old.
I'm worried about him, and then at the same time, I don't even care because I don't want it to be my problem.
I'm going to school. You're going to be late. Have fun.
Man, he gets on my fucking nerves.
Today, you're going to be doing impromptu speeches. The speech is to be 3 to 4 minutes in length. Be professional, avoid inappropriate topics. I don't want to hear about your sex life or how much you threw up when you were drunk.
What about more academic subjects like, let's say, EU expansion? Is that too formal for... Well, no, I just don't know if it's relevant or useful for this.
Think about it, is it going to be interesting to the audience?
There is a crazy element to people who cook for a living, and the better they are, the crazier they tend to be.
Holy shit. You look very pretty tonight.
I know nothing of the world.
I like what you did with your hair.
I'd like to have a restaurant on a beach, maybe with a retractable moonroof.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
And I'd like to train a dolphin named Kipper to bring me beer.
In my life in this business, I've dealt with a lot of characters.
Good afternoon, class. You all know me as Alex, and today I'm going to define wealth.
I think what's important to realize is that we're in the business of nurturing people.
It's definitely not just money. It's about being happy at the end of the day. What are your main hopes and dreams? I'm pretty sure the main hope and dream for most of the people in the class would be to be happy.
Alex really, he seems to be the type of guy that always wants to be watched.
But I do truly feel wealthy. One of the reasons is I look around and I see all you guys. Now, I've made some great friends here in class.
Like, I try to like the guy one day and then he just, you know?
And I really feel wealthy by just having spent enough time here and getting to know you guys. So to me, that's what being wealthy is.
I don't know. I don't even know what to think.
Okay, so what does it mean to
What does it mean to pan fry then?
It's just cooking in a pan while you're moving it around a lot.
Taking a pan and taking your food and frying it up.
Pan frying, the process of cooking food in hot fat or oil in an open pan.
The fats and oils vary, but all share the quality that they can be heated to a much higher temperature than boiling water.
The results should be an attractive, crisp, textured food.
So Joyce and Mike are going to work together.
Chef announced that we'd be working again. We just kind of locked eyes, and you can see like the hatred flowing between us.
Chef and I both agree that we don't really work so well together. So if there's any way that could be arranged so we are not working together this time?
No. You have to learn how to tolerate people.
Should be interesting.
Shit. I broke the wishbone.
Make a wish.
Kitchen environments are all about teamwork.
I've had my fun with Mike, and I'm ready to move on.
It's also the knowledge that your team is there for you. And as skill develops in the kitchen, that's part of what is going on.
We're gonna make the chicken langoise.
It will be interesting to watch a student like Danielle.
Then you have to snap it this way, back. Yeah.
Because she would be a wonderful member of a cooking team.
All right, fine. I won't be a baby. I'll do it. So bad.
Allison Jones is just taking it all in. So I think she's going to do very well in the program.
People that impress me would be Ben.
He has a drive, he has a passion. It's a subtle passion, but it's there, and you can see it operating.
I like Matt.
Yeah, so that's good. Let's see.
There's something about him, he has that burn.
Yeah, I think that's good.
He has that, the best word is hunger.
Is there salt in the water?
In this water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is? There's not?
You don't think
There's salt in there?
Dave, you salted this water, right?
Yeah, lightly.
David Lingard is another interesting young man.
Very lightly.
Very lightly, so you're not able to taste it?
He's curious. He wants to succeed.
What's the purpose of salt?
Bring the water to a boil faster.
He said to me this week, thank you for the positive feedback because I needed that.
Hey guys, what's the purpose of salt in the water if you're cooking vegetables? Flavor? Thank you. Put more salt in it.
It's a tough game. I mean, they're cooking every day. They're being asked to explain what they've done and why they did it. And often there are mistakes. There are failures.
Alex.
I am not a happy camper.
Alex is a good student, but he's somebody that I would like to take on as a project. There's always a right way and a wrong way to cook.
The wrong way is the fast way.
The wrong way is the fast way.
And he has, lots of learning to do.
But he has a very, very good heart. So this is the sauce then. The sauce is velouté based with cream, some white wine shallots. Now this is a thick sauce, so where should the sauce go?
Around or bottom, not on top of the chicken though.
Right.
They expect greatness from each student. They want to see your full potential.
Thank you, Chef.
How's this looking? It looks beautiful. It's like you. Allison and I did bond. Right. Our dish was amazing. I was impressed. I've never made it before. She's never made it before.
It's good. Very nice. All right. So why don't we try this then?
That is so good. This is awesome.
I care a lot. I mean, this is what I want. Like, The only right way to do this will just be to, you know, shut my mouth, keep my head down and focus. Success, you know, will come.
Cheers, man. Well, Mike, what do you think our problem is?
Well, I think that we have a bit of a power struggle. We both want to do the recipe our own way.
Last time I worked with him, it was a disaster.
It almost came to blows.
Typically, I don't like working with guys.
I'm at the Boar's Head, and I can see that Joyce and Mike are having a fairly serious conversation.
Because I do find them, and this is a very broad generalization, cocky.
Yeah, I'm not.
And that they don't like they don't take girls seriously.
I don't know why they're having a hard time.
I'd probably prefer to work with guys, because the women I've worked with in the past have all been very screechy bitches.
I guess they're just having trouble getting over that personality clash.
I'm very hypersensitive, and I get caught up in details.
She's very passive-aggressive.
Am I being high maintenance?
Definitely, you were a little bit bitchy.
Yeah, I was.
Really frustrating.
I was meant to be bitchy.
They are so strongly opinionated.
If chefs started yelling at you, would you cry? Would you take that?
Yes.
Would you be able to stand up and say, yes, chef, sorry,
Yes,
chef, I
of
fucked
course
up?
I can.
And neither of them seems to want to compromise or back down.
Well, like Ben and I, we have a thing going back and forth where we can make fun of each other. But if I call Ben a cunt, that's all right.
I would never let you call me a c***.
See, that's the kind of thing, so I never would.
I don't
because
think
you
that
wouldn't take
makes
it.
me,
You wouldn't
like,
take. No, it does make you any of
Less
that less.
thick-skinned or whatever. I think it just.
We just have like a
Dude,
different.
Really?
I think that's.
I think that's funny. Like, I'm so used to that. I'm around that all the time.
I'm sorry, I just can't be.
You're running away, are you?
I mean, you know that. You already know that being in a kitchen, you have to be like. I mean, girls can't cry in a kitchen. That's how it is. We haven't seen it yet, but I have a feeling she's one day just gonna snap.
It really doesn't matter how long I've been clean and sober.
For him to go through what he went through and to be here now is just so impressive to me.
He's getting used to the fact that we're all gonna be drinking around him and he's gonna stick to his ground.
It's still there. Some feelings still come up about using and drinking.
But just from the short while that I've been here, I'm more at peace with myself.
Every week so far, we've been having these sort of more formal events.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. As I'm sure you're aware at this point, the Stratford Chef School is not just about cuisine, it's about culture and cuisine.
We get the pleasure of listening to speeches from Jim and Eleanor.
This is one of our little cultural moments.
These functions aren't my cup of tea.
First of all, I want to thank you all for having me today.
Personally, I love that kind of pompous crap.
The culture of wine and cheese is open for much interpretation, but there are some benchmarks.
If it was up to me, I would drag this thing on for 3 hours.
And port and Stilton is by far the benchmark and the most classic of all pairings.
Anton seems so intelligent.
I hate blue cheese.
How long have you all been pairing food and wine?
It's great to listen to him, and he's not bad to look at either.
Oh, disgusting.
Actually, very little, if not at all.
I've never done the whole wine and cheese thing.
But you understand it, because you've all been doing it for a long time. Who's ever had pop and chips? Milk and cookies. And as future chefs, you need to understand that it's all about balance.
This is this kind of little scenario that really opens the palate, but it also opens understanding.
So let's start with the Stilton. Okay, so that's the yellow one. Widely regarded as the king of cheeses because of its power and its grace. It's very ripe, and it is powerful.
When we were sitting there, eating it, I was just in shock.
I love it.
Now, local legend says that they wait until maggots form in this cheese.
The Stilton is probably the best Stilton I've ever had.
Before it's ready to be eaten.
I'm loving this. This is pretty cool.
This is definitely way, way, way before maggots set in.
Blue cheese leaves this long, rotten taste in your mouth, which some people love.
It was very interesting.
But it worked with the port. It was really an eye-opening experience.
I'm eating just handfuls of Stilton and gonna chug back that whole bottle of port.
It's an acquired taste.
Now, did you try the Roaring 40s and then have a sip of the port right after?
Richard, to compensate for his lack of drinking, is pairing his cheese with apple.
I'd rather you do that than eat the apple. Just
I'm very confident that I'm not gonna drink.
Just for the sake of the experiment.
I feel that.
He's not gonna give in.
Cleanse your palate and then maybe try it again.
I don't have it in me for another recovery.
And if you can muster up the...
Yeah, I don't drink that so much.
He's changing his life for the better, and I do think that he'll make it through.
Okay, we can only have so many people making food at one time.
Okay, Ben's about to have an...
Does everybody know what they're making?
No.
No. Here, take charge.
It's been a nutty week.
Can you give us an overall view of what our goal should be?
We're making pasta sauce.
I'm starting to make my little bit of pasta for the potluck that's apparently going to happen. And nobody fucking brings anything.
I didn't get a memo or something. I don't know if I was supposed to bring money or food or...
Dave says, oh, I didn't know what we were supposed to do.
What are you making?
Nothing, because I have no food here. Yeah. Ditto.
It's a potluck.
Kelsey's like, oh, I didn't have any food at my house.
I don't have any food.
You've known for like a day and a half that we were gonna have a potluck.
Cut up that onion. Blanch them. Get rid of the skin. You get me olive oil and butter out of the fridge.
Yes, chef.
He's very Swiss in the way he does things.
He's Ben, like he's just a little too uptight.
Actually, can you give me the butter in the fridge? By the time you expect the olive oil, I should have both in my hands.
The Swiss tend to be very, regimented about this, then this.
You go upstairs in the sort of a big cupboard set into the wall.
Sweet little Swiss boy running through the mountains.
Somebody, smush these.
And I've decided to quit smoking this week.
Wow. Oh my god.
Oh, you're not your mate. They're supposed to crash that.
And having to deal with Alex's insanity.
Definitely a whiter kitchen. Don't do that.
Oh, you guys want to see something really cool?
No.
Here, you go, and I'll hold mine. Alex, please do it.
Oh no.
He's not doing anything except getting in the way, being the massive elephant that he is. Maybe I'm tired.
I was going to say one more word.
How the fuck's he going, man? That was 5 or 6, but anyways.
Maybe he's just extra freaky.
Still Ben's keys.
I'm having a really hard time.
I wish I was there though.
Hey, fromage.
We're gonna make toast. Guys, I have to say to the chefs that even though we didn't think we were gonna pull off a successful meal, I have to say there is definitely a lot of love in here.
Alex is a little messed up.
Thank you, Ben.
And definitely I have to say thank you, Ben.
Actually, he's a lot. Haven't seen him like this before.
What the fuck is up?
Alex, have you been,
You don't have to shake. No, I haven't smoked any fucking drugs, Andrew. If that's what you're inferring, I'd be a lot more calm if I had. What kind of fucking family dinner is it? Shit, guys. Fuck.
are you fucking high? Like, seriously, you're talking
You know what?
crazy.
I knew you were gonna ask me that, and it's because I'm not high. Okay? So just wait.
Like, honestly, what the hell is wrong with you?
Biologically, physically, mentally,
This is the slamming, the being loud, the not concentrating, the being all over the fucking place, being just rude and obnoxious and moronic all the time.
Moronic's a good word, I like that one.
Yeah. That.
So this is genuine feelings of hatred towards me?
Not hatred.
Not hatred, but just like disgust.
Alex is who he is. I've seen that. And, you gotta accept him for who he is.
It seems you always have to be the loudest or the last one to say something or the... I don't know, there's no finesse on anything.
You know why I'm here at this school right now? I'm just gonna explain this to everybody. To build my finesse.
He's not gonna change.
I've knocked so many people in the face with my fucking elbows in my whole career. Hi, how's it going? That I'm at this school to build finesse. Sorry if I haven't quite accomplished it yet.
It's just, I'm baffled.
You're 7 years older than me, that's
That's what it is, man. I haven't grown up yet. And it's not gonna happen in this house. I'm an elephant locked up in a dog cage right now, man. Like, this town is fucking frustrating the hell out of me. You don't understand. Oh, fuck, man.
Next time on Chef School.
Today is exam day.
It's exam day.
It's exam day.
I think I'm gonna bomb.
This is gonna be a breeze.
I don't agree with you where you say this isn't burnt. This is burnt.
And if I can't tell how to flavor anything, then how am I ever gonna be good at it?
There's been a change and I